The Florida Gators got another commit. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see on your screen, Teddy Foster, 6'2", 175-pound cornerback out of Sarasota, Florida. Cardinal Mooney, that's in the Tampa area, um, committed to the Florida Gators tonight, earlier today. Uh, he's a big corner out of Sarasota, like I said. Here's an article by Gators on 3, written by Hayes Fawcett. uh, Foster on why he chose Florida. I had a really good conversation with Coach Napier while on my official and this official visits, what he means. And he explained the culture and where he wants to take the program to me and my family, but he explained why he recruited and why it would be a great fit. My family believes that he hit all the points of what I was looking for, and with the huge support staff he has, the coaching development, I would receive being coached by Corey Raymond, one of the best secondary coaches in the country, and all the rest of the great coaches and support staff. Also, the great efforts of Coach Napier puts me into making sure his players are taken care of and developing to become the best man and football players. I could go on. Florida is the place that checked every box and more, you know, and it's really good for Florida that they got some depth and then got more depth in the secondary because so far, as loaded as this class has been, it's mainly been more so in the trenches. You know, the defensive line commits of, of Amaris Williams, Nasir Jackson, Michael Boyle. I can never get that guy's name right. I'm sorry. Then you go to the offensive line, Fletcher Westfall and Mike Williams, and they also they added a couple of offensive line recruits that are kind of escaping, whose names are escaping my memory at the moment. I'm brain farting at the wrong time, but majority of Florida's commitments this entire class has been front loaded in the trenches, also in the linebacker position. Aaron Charles, Miles Graham, and Darius Hayes. So Florida has been building trenches pretty nicely, but now they're going to add some help in the secondary because quite frankly they only had a couple of commits in the secondary. That was Xavier Filsaime and Josiah Davis. Outside of that, they didn't really have much depth. uh, it's good for Florida that they are adding talent in the secondary as well. And if Corey Raymond, who's one of the best defensive back coaches in the nation, likes this kid, then I don't think Florida fans should have much reason to doubt him. You look at his time at LSU, all the NFL players that have come out of LSU since Corey Raymond was coaching there, it speaks for itself. And this is another good addition for the Florida Gators class. And this is being by far one of the best Florida Gator recruiting classes of recent memory, at least on paper. We still got to get these guys on the field, and we still have to get them signed, most importantly. But right now, if you're a Florida Gator, you can. If you're a Florida Gator fan, you have to be loving the way they're recruiting right now. I think I would like to see them maybe add a couple of more guys at wide receiver, and hopefully they can add some more in the secondary as well because I think those two positions in this class, in the 2024 class, is where the depth is kind of is a little lacking. But overall, this was a good addition. Florida should be getting another committing committing another defensive back out of mainland Florida, out of mainland high school, Xavier Mincy. He's rated as a four-star defensive back out of 24/7 Sports, but from what I've been hearing, Florida is recruiting him as a cornerback. Blake Alderman, who reports for Swamp 24/7, has been asked about Xavier Mincy, and he said that Florida standing with Xavier Mincy, should have little to no doubt. So Xavier Mincy is more than likely a next commit. Florida is also targeting defensive lineman L.J. McCray, who's teammates with Xavier Mincy, and Florida is also in the market for top four-star cornerback Wardell Mack, and DeAndre Robinson. And right now, Florida should be looking to bolster this class even further and lock in some really good recruits on the way out. Being that the summer is almost close to being over, we're still in the middle of July, but it's heading towards the end of the summer, and that's typically when the recruiting activity is kind of starts to trail off in terms of its frenzy activity. So it'll be good to see Florida land in a couple of more commits to this class. This class is one of the best I've seen Florida have in such a long time, and Florida is adding to it. Right now they're ranked third by 24/7 Sports, and with additions like Teddy Foster and possible additions of Xavier Mincy and LJ McCray, I don't see Florida uh, dropping down from the spot. But it's still a long way to go in recruiting. Recruiting is 12 months a year, and it's a never-ending job to recruit players in college football. So overall, good addition by Billy Napier and Corey Raymond to bring in this guy from Sarasota. You love the fact that they're keeping in Florida talent. Over the years, teams from outside the state have been able to just pilfer players, good players at that, from the state of Florida, and Miami and Florida State and Florida have not done a great job of locking them in. Billy Napier was able to do that with Teddy Foster, and uh, there's more to come with this class. I mean, every single time, every single time these guys land a commit, one of the coaching staffs tweets a little subtle hint that more is coming on along the way. And with Teddy Foster, it was no different. So I can't wait to see who the next commit for the Florida Gators will be.